Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for, let me get the date right here, Monday, the 23rd. I don't usually make the videos on Saturday, but I'm just cranking it out this morning. The SPY had a nice run. I think the Dow was up over 300 points. My favorite calls in the chat room was one by Gunil and one by me. Let me try to type that right. I haven't had my coffee yet. COSM, big volume spike and a big move. Let's go to intraday though. As it was curling up, Gunil gave the idea back through 4, which I loved, but it was extended, right? It had come pretty far pretty quickly. But through 4, why do I love that? Whole number inflection point with the earlier high of day just above. So you get through the whole number, you're probably going to light up the new highs ticker. And it worked like a charm. And I actually did not take that. I was hoping for like a ones or twos, meaning time frame candles, flag below 4, and then to get it just so you have a tighter stop. It's really hard for me to pull the trigger when something's straight up to get to the trigger place. In hindsight, it had volume. As Wayne said, the tape was angry, and I could have taken it and put my stop below the previous 5-minute candle, which we tend to do, and you're looking at 28 cents risk, and then you can always adjust for that wide of a stop with correct position size so it won't hurt you. But it was a great heads up by Gunil. I loved it through 4, couldn't get myself to take it. And then I called it as it was coming down here, 5's buy zone, which the middle of 5's buy zone is probably about 469.71, something like that, which it triggered, and the stop was only 20 cents risk at that point and went all the way up over 640. And it's a good example of, if you miss the initial move, playing those pullback plays, which is really what's making me my money this year, letting something prove itself and then grabbing the one of the buy zones we teach. And right there, look at that. Really, really nice move. Anyway, so those both two of the biggest movers from chat were on the same stock as far as what was called in the chat room. Let me throw this over for anybody watching my video for the first time. Just an explanation. None of this is investments. It is day trading. I'm in cash every night. But I want to start with a list of stocks that are in play, meaning gappers that day, or recently in play, which are getting high relative volume for that stock, right? And then take the A+ intraday setups that we teach, and then back to cash at night. It helps me sleep, right? And it's kind of fun solving the intraday puzzle every day as different stocks are moving, as the puzzle unfolds, and putting to work what we know, right? And there's very little risk in day trading as far as overnight risk that you see a lot of people take when anything can happen overnight. All right, anyway, back to the SPY. Nice curl back up. Holding up pretty well. Looks like it closed right around the 200-day too. It's been bouncing above and below the 200-day for the past several days. So we'll see. What are we watching for? Well, I should say, what am I watching for? Monday, GNS had this crazy move, then the huge gap up in the sell-off. So it closes here. You could argue it started its move here, topped out here. So who's winning? It's really right about in the middle of its 2-day range. So I don't really have, I don't love it because you got bag holders from Friday, but you got, it's still strong from where it started its run. What it boils down to is, as a day trader, I'm going to have this on a chart and look for an A+ setup, right? IMAB has had a nice run, and now it's kind of flagging. I want to keep my eyes on that one. BTCM. By the way, the last time I looked at Bitcoin, let me bring up the chart again. I won't project the chart, but right now it's trading at 23,237. So it's holding its recent gains really, really well. So a lot of these, if that continues by Monday morning, a lot of these Bitcoin plays will probably be gappers, and then that might change it. But BTCM is a recent runner from as far as a Bitcoin play, and is really kind of chopping sideways now. So I like it. And then my sleeper pick is EBON, which has been really strong. Only traded 263,000 all day on Friday. And I'm going to try to get you, I think it's a really low float Chinese Bitcoin play. 4.6 million according to finviz.com. And it's holding up really well. The 200 days at 1471, I could maybe see that coming into play if Bitcoin holds up. Keep in mind, it's a thinner one, so make sure you watch the spreads and all that. LASE is something we've been trading lately in chat. Had a nice pop, consolidated for a few days, nice secondary pop. Looked like it was rolling over and right back up. So this is really holding up very well. And it's had some nice news lately. So that one definitely goes on a chart. COSM, already talked about this one. Hopefully this will be in play all week. BYSI, really nice run here. Put in a lower high on Thursday. Kind of a quiet inside day on Friday. Definitely goes on long watch. SOUN, another kind of a sleeper pick. I like the looks of the chart, but only traded 1.5 million on Friday. But you have a recent high here of 192. Then you've got a lower high of 160, and it's starting to curl back up. So it may start knocking down these catalysts here. EAR, recent reverse split, had a big rip on Friday. It went from 1164 to 1680 before settling about the middle of its range. Definitely goes on watch. I think it's got like something like 500,000 in the float now. Double check that, because you never know. There's several sources you can use to check the float, and the one I looked at was 500,000 or 600,000 that I looked at on Friday. So we'll see, but definitely potential there. And then lastly, EH, I'm just going to put back on bounce watch. Big mover, several days in a row down. I'm going to watch that for a bounce. We'll add gappers to the list as we always do together in the pre-market on Monday. And I'm looking forward to trading with y'all on Monday. I'll see you later.